wearing that monkey. We not that. That might give you life advice. Get some money, 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 get some money. It's the paper power pastor, burning rubber faster, down a call NASCAR. My solo notes are I am not a passer. I will not after any of you fever blended. I'm the man now, ain't I work a plan now, can't I? I remember when you lame player, hated a player, now the same lame player, they call a player male. What you talking that funky, get about my face, wearing that monkey, sweet shit, not that, that might give you life advice. Get some money, get some money, get some money. Get some money, get some money.
From a venue that's been sold out since it opened back in 2002, there's a look at the home of the Patriots, Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. Today, we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the Detroit Lions and the New England Patriots. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports.
Taken in at the 3. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
They turn to Harris to begin the drive. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They'll run again with Harris. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call.
That's on the tackle, Penei Sewell.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Harris running straight ahead. That'll get a little bit back, give him 5 on the run, and they'll be left with a 3rd and 13. Now Jones. Slide, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Kayvon Thibodeau in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. Pilardi now on to punt as he sends this one away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and the Lions will take over. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. So the drive's going to start with Pollard
to about the 48-yard line. This defense for the Patriots, they played extremely well last week in that win over Green Bay.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long, step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. it's Prescott. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Now we're going to get a timeout here called by the Patriots. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll go with Pollard here on first down. They'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4, second down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Going to run again here with Pollard. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Prescott. And this goes out wide for Drake. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way. And really, we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Here we go now on 1st and goal. On 1st and goal, Drake trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now. This is kind of one of those in-between plays here, Charles, on 3rd and goal from the 2 or the 3 in that area. What do you dial up?
Something quick hitting. You don't have the time for something that develops slowly. It's got to be right at them.
And in for the Lions, touchdown. Jamison Williams. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Lions are on the board first here this afternoon. Gano the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And able to get this out to the 25. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 17 yards there for the Patriots as they've got themselves a first down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, is not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Now a first down carry for Harris. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
The Patriots at 3-1 here through their first 4 games. And they're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4.
And I thought they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
44 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
On 2nd down, this is Harris. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. They hand this off to Harris. And he is going to lose yardage here. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. On the give, this is Harris. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. In search of 8 yards on 3rd down. They've already converted 2 of these on this drive, 2 for 2. Throwing, Jones. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
The kick by Bass is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So they are able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
In the midst of, well, let's just say a not-so-rosy losing streak. They've got the open week, though, coming up next weekend, so you have to figure this to be a game that they dearly love to have.
Oh, indeed. They have to have this one because that's something positive to take with you when you go away for a few days, and it actually releases your mind. If they lose this one, that mind stays cluttered the entire time they're away, and they've got to scramble to get back in sync when they start playing again.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Prescott. Flushed out. And a big loss here as he's taken down. William Golston able to get in there and run him down for what's going to be a loss of 15 yards all told.
Boy, tough spot here as they approach the line of scrimmage. A long way to go to try to pick up this first down.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started.
Again, it's Harris on second down.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 1 yard is the loss. They back up even further to a 3rd and 15.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Jones. Got a man open. It's Tyler Higbee.
And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They run again with Harris. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line.
70 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another first down. And look, they had great field position to start, but boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off. Now a first carry here for Robinson. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Second down and a run by Robinson.
And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Here's Harris, and he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. They run for it with Harris and try to push his way forward, but I think he's going to be short, and he is short. He needed 2. He only got 1, and the Lions will take over. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
Third and short yardage. Prescott. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
It'll be a handoff to Pollard, and he is going to lose yardage here. That was all Preston Smith navigating into the backfield. He gets the tackle for loss. He came out ready to play. That's 3 tackles for a loss, Charles, only in the second quarter.
And that's problematic for the guys trying to run offense because that means he's got a pretty good idea of what they're doing and is actually beating them to the point of attack and making those plays. Might have to think about some misdirection or something to try and get him away from the ball.
All right, Charles, as a former defensive back, how disheartening to actually catch it but just not be able to stay in bounds there defensively.
Well, extremely, because you know the rap against us defenders is that we're frustrated offensive guys who can't catch. And he caught it. Just couldn't get his feet down in bounds. It's that second part that finished off the play for him.
Looking to throw. Prescott. And he goes down. It's a Patriots sack. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Now on 4th down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and the Patriots take over. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Yeah, big play there. When you have a running back that you can use like a wide receiver, when he has that kind of versatility, you do as they did there. Get him out of the backfield and give those defensive backs something else to worry about.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, congratulations to them. They come through defensively with another stop. And let's face it, this secondary, they've gone unchallenged so far in the first half.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Jones.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Lions are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Lions taking the lead to the break. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. Taken in at the 3.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Pollard again. A A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. Third down and 9.
What a dimension this man brings to this defense. He had his mind set there that he was going to get in and make that tackle. He really flew to the football.
And so much of being a good tackler is understanding and taking the right angles to a ball carrier. And that was just tremendous straight line speed there. He eliminated the angles and was able to meet his man behind the line of scrimmage.
And according to Next Gen Stats, his top speed on that one better than 20 miles an hour.
Prescott to throw it. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown.
So this whole game gets flipped on its ear right there. The interception, return for a touchdown, and this lead changes hands here in the third quarter.
And it certainly felt like this defense had a read on what was going on the offensive side of the ball and said, let's cut down our coverage a little bit. Let's be in a position to make a play on the ball. And, boy, that sure turned out well for them.
An extra point by Bass, up and good.
And the lead is now 10-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
From the end zone, here comes Williams. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive.
And he'll be corralled right around the 34. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
And he'll get this up to about the 40.
48 yards rushing for him now to this point.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now Prescott.
That pass caught. It's Williams.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. They'll go with Pollard here on first down. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. They go back to Pollard on 2nd down. And he is going to lose yardage here. He went backwards 7 yards, setting up a tough 3rd down.
Those big ends don't really care what the play call is. Big pass, RPO, handoff, whatever. Their job, get behind the line of scrimmage every play and run down whoever has the ball. Mission accomplished there.
The Patriots going with a dime package here. 2 extra defensive backs on 3rd. Here's Prescott. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes.
Rashawn Gary that time fighting free and getting to the quarterback.
Rashawn Gary is a player who's gotten better and better in each of his 3 NFL seasons. And last year, his biggest jump yet with 9.5 sacks and a couple of forced fumbles.
So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. They spot it on the midfield stripe. So it is a 60-yard attempt here. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it.
Charles, even as long field goals become more and more common, this is still very rarefied air. Only just over 20 field goals have been kicked from 60 yards or further, and you can add his name to the list now.
And as calm as he tried to present himself, there's no doubt there were some nerves as he lined up to attempt that kick. But once the ball was snapped, he just swept the leg and boom, over the crossbar.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And he's going to have a Patriots 1st down as the tackle made just shy of the 30.
1st down, and they go back to Harris. They find some open field here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big hitter there. A 1st down gain of 26 yards. Even from up here in the booth, the play-by-play guy could tell that there was some pretty good blocking on the right side of the line.
Well, you have good eyes, and it's almost like a ballet when it's executed that well. Everyone in the right spot, everyone in sync, everyone hitting the perfect notes. A little more percussion and a lot more bass, I would think, than you get your normal ballet. But at the same time, that was well executed.
Harris running straight ahead. 112 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Harris going to get it again on 2nd down.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
That's a gain of 3.
On 3rd down, here's Harris. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches.
They tried their best to pick up that 3rd and 1, but their surge wasn't enough to counteract what came back at them from the defensive side, was it?
Offensive line, especially in the middle, looked like they were on skates a little bit when that one started.
So now we bring up 4th and inches. This will be a critical call.
Now Jones throwing on 4th down.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off.
And the Lions are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down.
Well, they were in a great position to take the lead, Charles. Obviously, all they needed was a field goal to do that. They wanted the touchdown. Unfortunately, they're going to get neither.
And you know every offense talks about the same thing each week, don't they, Brandon? They want to end every drive with a kick, whether it's a field goal attempt, a point after the touchdown, or at worst, a punt. This time they had that opportunity but didn't get it because you know the field shrinks that close to the end zone, and that allows a defense to tighten up their coverage, and they picked that one off.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now Prescott. He's got a man complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. It's a gain of 35.
I'm pretty sure any quarterback will tell you it's nice to have a tight end that can stretch the field. And how about him right there, working in the heart of the defense, and they connect on a very nice play downfield, a combination of talent and toughness to go into the briar patch.
Pollard going to try the right side, and he is going to lose yardage here. That's William Golston there who fought his way in to make the play.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Meanwhile, Prescott's throw going into the hands of Williams.
A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down.
to Williams on the jet sweep.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. First down, Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup.
An excellent run there coming from out wide.
And we used to consider these jet sweeps to be gadget plays or something a little bit unusual, right? But now most teams have some version of this play in their playbook. And I think it's a lot because of the receivers that are being developed nowadays. These guys look like running backs even though they're playing out on the perimeter.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. What a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. Tony Pollard, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Lions have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th. Extra point try good by Gano. And that makes it a 17-10 score.
Patriots 10.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
Off play action. Jones. That's complete to his tight end, Higbee. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
That's good for a first down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Here's Jones on 1st and 10. Open man is Higbee, the tight end.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
From the 44, Jones. Open man, Higbee, the tight end.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run with Harris. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll try the right side with Harris. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game.
If you're going to keep these guys out of the end zone, you've got to be able to commit to stopping the run, and that's a nice job there getting the safeties involved in run support.
Again, it's Harris on second down.
And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. (17-17) the score. All even to this point as the kick's away.
This taken in at the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Here's Prescott.
Steps away to his left.
And that's caught by Williams.
And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. A good pickup there, 26 yards. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a give here to Pollard. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Here's Dak.
He's airing it out for Williams. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
To throw, Prescott.
And this is going to be intercepted. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
And that's now a half dozen interceptions for him over the last 2 games. Because CD, remember, he threw 3 in the last ball game and now 3 more here.
And the way that you present it, partner, I'm not sure what sounds worse, right? Half a dozen over the last 2 games, or 3 the last game, 3 this game. Either way, it's way too many. And that's something they'll have to work on, hoping to get through the rest of this game without having to address it again.
So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
So all eyes now on Tyler Bass.
He made his only attempt earlier. This for the win. And this one is no good. He missed it. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th.
Boy, that's a big-time letdown there. You work yourself in position to win the game, but the kick winds up no good. And now you've got to regroup as a team, get the energy back up, and get ready for overtime. And make sure you pump him up, too. He may be needed to try and win it again later.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
What I would do is either hand it off inside or more likely to take the knee and let the clock run out. Because if I'm back there trying to throw and a sack happens, the ball comes free, I can lose the game here. If I get to overtime, I can still win it.
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So it's the Patriots who will have first crack at it as we're back underway here in overtime.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go.
All set up for him right now, Charles. Opening possession of overtime. They've got the football. They also obviously have this home crowd behind them in a big way.
They get that extra energy from them, but they've got to be careful not to let that adrenaline get away from them and play too fast or create errors of their own making. Use that energy, embrace it, but make sure they channel it the right way. They've got a chance to go downfield, score a touchdown, and end this game.
3rd and 8 situation. A tough spot here in overtime on the opening drive.
Jones, first throw of overtime here.
Gets this into the hands of the tight end, Higbee. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They hand this off to Harris. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
Tackled by Isaiah Simmons.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. His throw incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Completing it here to Marvin Jones.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and a game winner in OT.
Charles, a very simple mission anytime that you play on your home turf, and that is to defend your home turf, and today that mission was accomplished.
Look, every offseason, every preseason, the head coach goes in front of the team and says, the mission for the season, defend our home field every time, split on the road, and we'll be in the playoffs. That's why defending the home field is vital.
So for New England, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for the Lions, they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss. And perhaps fortunately for them, they'll get an early bye next week and come back to action in Week 7.